welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series on how to make an inventory system. Last time we left off with this thing. So right now my inventory is empty. So you can inspect it and the item is going to inspect. Also the game is paused. You can see we have added one inventory. So there is one slight problem here. You can see we have added 3 because our item is 3 times stackable, so 3 and 1. But if you click on this, you can see this one is the opacity is a little bit lower. That's what we wanted, right? Because we have selected, so all other things should be opaque. But if you click on this, this would be pop up back again, but it is not happening, and after clicking it is doing so. So this is a bug. So how are you gonna fix that? It's a simple, open your inventory slot and on your this one, the toggle inventory, toggle opacity, you can see this is active. We don't actually want the is active for this one, the current one. We actually want the opacity of every sort. So delete this is active. Rather than grab a node from this inventory slot and set is active here. Hit compile and save. Let's check out. If you click on this, it is opacity is turning low, but if you click on again, it's back to 0. Same here, opacity is decreasing, but if you click again, it back to normal. Simple fix. Now we want to, what we want to do, we want to combine items. So first things first, let's add item structure. So open your item structure and add a variable, a boolean variable called can combine. So first we want to check if the item can combine or not. If it can combine, then what we want to do, we want to check for combination. So combination, and if you click on this, you can see we want to add a map. So if you click on this, but you can see we cannot add map and the set for our boolean because our boolean has only 2 values, true or false. So we cannot add a map for this one. However, what we want to do, we want to add a map for our master object class reference. So if you click on our master object and search for class reference, you can see. And now if you click on this little arrow, you can see we can add a map. So what are a map? Maps are basically, you can think of a 2-dimensional array. So first thing is a key and second would be a value. The value should be also a master object class reference. So the key would be master object class reference as well as value. But what is the difference between these two? The key would be unique. So this cannot be same. Your key must be unique, and this would be whatever you want from your master object. It would be same things as well, but this cannot be same. Just like an array, the values of array would be same, let's say 1 1, but the index would be 0 1 2 3. So you cannot have 0 0 index for one single array. And the third variable we want to add is can discard. This would be a boolean and the type would be a single variable. So boolean single variable. If you can just click on this to add a single variable and the boolean. So what is a can discard? So if you added an item from in your inventory, then you can discard or not, because there are some items, let's say a special item that can be used in your quest. So you cannot discard that item, right? You have to use that in your further story. This is why we have added this boolean. So you cannot discard this item. That item cannot be discarded. So right, and the can discard, let's say by default it's true. So you can discard every item, just you cannot discard the item which is not ticked. You can also see the map elements of combination. So if you click on this plus plus, you can add all the elements. And if you see, if I press this plus icon, this error is coming, is because I have added one none value already. So you cannot add same keys as well. So if I click on and set a key value, and now if I add element, you can see I have added. So you cannot add same keys twice. Make sure you do that. And by default I want to just remove it, because by default our map element should be 0 and it will further add it for our item combination. So how it gonna work? So let's create an item first. So go to your item, and from your master object right click and add a child blueprint to create an item. I'm gonna call it a water. Open that up and it will open like this. Some people's item would open something else, but you can add it. So item name would be a water, simple water. That description would be icon would be, let's say, water icon. Yes, I have added the water icon. The class would be water. Make sure you do this thing, the item class. This is very important. Water is stackable. Yes, our water is stackable, and the stack size would be, let's say, 2. And the item mesh, so click on this item, and item mesh I should say a cone. So our item would be a cone. Cone would work fine. Let's say 0.6 and make this a little bit, not sure. This would be work fine. I guess everything work. The thing we remember is this, the sphere. Our sphere is so small that we cannot interact with it. So make sure the sphere is big enough so that our player can overlap with it and we can interact. Item is a bit low, so just make a little bit here. So let's add water in our game. So if you play, we have our water. We can inspect it. This is not looking so good, but this is our water. If you hit E, yes, because we cannot, we haven't did this. So open your item structure, and yes, it can be added to our inventory. Yes, because we want to add this to our inventory, right? If you want to open it with full blueprint, then just click on this, so you can open just like this. So now if you interact with this, our water would be interact, and this would be added. So you can see our water is added. Second thing, we want some transition effects. So open your inventory slot, and go to your event graph first. So on mouse enter event, and also on mouse leave event. So what we want to do, on your mouse enter event, we want to set our border to something golden. So click on this border and make sure it is variable. Make this slot border name, so it makes more sense. Make sure it is variable, it's true, otherwise you won't gonna find this border here. Grab this border and set color. Yes, set the brush color, attach it to here, and just same thing, just here set the brush color again and attach it to here. So whenever our mouse is on our border, our brush color should be something called golden, so it looks more sense. And whenever our mouse is not on our color should be something called this gray. So let's first check this out. You can see our color is changing. If you want to add that effect of, yeah, we only want to do that with our present slots, then you can check with the null value, this one. where what, yeah, this one. So I'm just gonna click on this and hit copy on your event graph. And we want to check okay, sorry, we want to check only for our entering item, because on the leave item we want to set it back to normal. So just paste it. So on your mouse enter, we want to check if it's not null, our slot is, and then we want to set it back to this. Yep. We don't need this 3, delete this. So on your mouse enter event, we want to check it. So if you play this, you can see we cannot do that hovering part, but if you add this, so on the first we can do this one, but for the rest of it cannot be do this. But that's so simple. Now for the bigger thing, so open your item. So let's say if our scope is mixed with our water, then what we want to do, we want to make a herb. So this is our scope. So if our scope, this one, if our scope is mixed with our water, then what we want to make, we want to make a herb. So this is our first item, this is our second item we want to combine, and this is our final item, this is what we want to make. You can add as many as a combination you want. If our scope is mixed with some other item, let's say herb, then we want to make something different, let's say a guitar. So it is up to you what you want, but for me one item is fine. If you can add as many combinations you want, but you can see we already added a water, so you cannot add second combination of water inside here. Otherwise, if you click on this water, you can see it is getting error of duplicate keys. So these are the keys, you cannot add multiple keys. So make sure you do this and just delete it by clicking on then delete. Hit compile and save. So we have added this item combination, and yes, this item can be combined, so make sure it is true. Same for our water. So if you open like this, and first, yes, our water can be combined. And what is our water? So our water, if it's combined with our scope, then what we want to make, we want to make a herb. So our water plus our scope, it will make a herb, right? And if we make our herb, then we don't want to combine it, so just leave it as it is, because we don't want to do that. So but if you do want to do with your herb as well, then you can just click on this can combine and add the combination you want. That's up to you. Hit save all. So we have done all the thing for our item and for the coding part. So open your inventory slot. Also open your inventory actions. So what we want to do, this combining function, so we want to code all this in our combine function. So whenever we click on our combine function, our combine should be activated. You can see we have attached all 4 buttons to our functions: discard function, use function, combine function, and all the functions are empty except for this one, the examine. We have just created this in our previous lecture. So let's add the combinations. So how are you gonna do? So get that one, the open button. So we are checking if our left mouse button is down. So at variables, first variable is in combine. So this is our mode. So if it's in combine mode, then we want to combine, otherwise toggling. And add second one called combine item, and the type would be the master object class reference, and make sure the default value is none. Make sure you do that, make the default value is none. So what we want to do, make some room here. We want to check first, so hit branch, just remove this, how to remove this. So if you click on this, and if you holding down the alt key, and if you click, then you can break these lines. So what we want to check, we want to check if it's active, also if it's in combine mode. So if you click, then the slot would be active. So if this is gonna be true, but we also want to check if it's combined mode or not. So hit end and hit boolean. So if this both condition would be true, then it will gonna follow this true part. If any of this condition would be false, then it will gonna follow the toggling part, right? Now for the true part, we want to make a function called mixing, and the mixing would have one input called the item, and the item would be your master object class reference. Make sure you do the class reference. We also want to refresh our slot after mixing is done. So refresh, the both mixing and refresh are empty right now. So what we want to do, so on your mouse button down, if it's true, then what we want to do, we want to get that combination item and right click on this little purple pin and convert it to validate get, because it can be valid or not, it can be null. So if it's null, then we also want to follow the toggling part, right? Because right now by default it is null. And just double click to make a reroute node here. If it's not null, then what we want to do, we want to follow the mixing part. We want to do the mixing. The item would be the combination item, and after doing the mixing, we have done a mixing, then we want to refresh our slot. So we want to refresh this, and then we want to return. So return, the return value should be handled, otherwise you might face issues. So simple. Okay, for the mixing part, double click on your mixing to open your mixing. So what we want to do, so first we want to check if this item is where in our inventory slot. So we want to find and hit branch, not this one, where was it, yes, get the slot structure and right click to split it out. If you split it out again, you can see this map and you can attach this map inside here. So we want to find that second item. The first item would be your slot, the second item would be your combination. So every combination item would be show up here. So first, if we found or not that item, right? Yes, we have found that item. Let me just see a real quick and what it was. Yep. So remove this branch. So if we found this item, then we want to spawn that item, because we want to use all the things after the spawning. And make a transform here, make transform, make the scale of anything you want. I'm just gonna leave it as 0, because we actually want to use the attributes, we don't actually want to use this item. This is why I have made this 0 0 everything. After that, get the slot structure. Where was it? Get the structure, yes, this item structure. So what we want to do, if you have created this item, then we want to add it to our inventory. But before adding it inventory, we want to do the removing part. So the item which is used to make the left item gonna be removed, the final item gonna be added, and the item which were used to make the final item will gonna removed. So how do you gonna do that? So add a function called remove items, and we want to remove the items. So remove items, Yep, the function is here. So after removing this item, what we want to do, we want to check if this item is added to our inventory or not. So how do you gonna check that? Grab your the component, the inventory component, add it to your inventory. So what we want to add? We want to add the item structure. So right click and split it out, because this is a slot structure. So this item structure we want to add in inventory. And how much we want to add? We want to add a quantity of 1. Then we want to check if it's true or not, because sometimes it happens that the items after discarding we cannot add because the inventory is full, so we cannot make this item. So if it's not, then the item, the one we have removed, we also want to add it back. So add one another function called add back the items, add back the removed items. Yes, let compile, save. Where was it? In mixing. So if it's false, then we want to add back the removed items. If it's true, then yes, we have done things. Let me just see a little real quick. Yep, so if it's true, then simply I want to just destroy the actor. Grab a node from here, the return value, yes, of yes, and destroy the actor. Yes, because it is added, now we don't need that actor, so just destroy this actor, right? So we have done things. Now we want to remove the items. So for the removing the item, we want to show that which item we want to remove. So it would be the items, and this would be a master object class reference, and the items would be an array, right? But now you can see it is giving us a compilation error because our array is empty. So we're gonna grab a node and make an array. So the first item would be your combined item. So get a combined item. The combined item is the first item of your list. Add a pin to add a second item. The second item would be, let me just see a little real quick. Yep, this one. Get your slots. So slot structure, and right click to split your screen. So right click and split the pin again, and the second item would be your class, because the first item and this one is a second item, and this would be removed. After removing this would be add the final item. The final item would make after combining these two items, and then we're gonna check if it's added to our inventory or not. If it's not added to our inventory, then we want to add that item we have removed, right? So this would also be an integer of yes items. So add the input, and same the items, this would be your this array. So just attach it to array from this. Hit compile and save. So we have done this thing. Now for the removing item. So we want to remove this item. So how are you gonna remove that? So for each loop, and we want to remove this item. So first grab your inventory. From that get the inventory, and in here check for each loop and attach it to here. Now you can see we have added a for loop, and inside a for loop we have added one more for loop. So this is a nested for loop. So you might say this might face an issue of FPS drop, but don't worry, because your array would be 2 or 3 elements. This item would be maximum 3, 4, 5. The combination won't go further, so don't worry, this one won't iterate much. After that, just right click on this to split it out. Yes, right click again to split it out. You can also grab and break one. It would be fine. That doesn't actually matter. So first we want to check is equal to. So first we want to check the class of this and this is same, right? Also we want to check is this would be this would won't be null, but we want to check if this is not null. So is not equal to null. If it both true, then we want to do the interaction part, I mean the removing part. So hit branch. If this both conditions should satisfy, then what we want to do? We want to do the removing part. So how are you gonna do the removing part? So get your inventory and get the inventory, right? And in here set array element. The array element would be this your element -1. So this one, pardon, grab your item slots. The array element quantity -1, and if this -1 is less than or equal to 0, then what we want to do? We want to set it to null value. If it's not, then we want to set it to -1 value, right? So if it false, yes, just grab this inventory here, make some room here. So if it's false, yeah, we have removed the item and now our slot is empty. Then we want to set the array element to false. So set our items to 0 index and everything would be fine, this. But if it's true, then we want to set our item. So split this item. The quantity would be your the current quantity -1, this quantity. So this quantity would be here, and the item structure. So for this item structure, from this inventory, get a copy. Make sure you get a copy, not a reference. And for this, just right click to split out this structure and attach it to this structure, right? The index would be this index, the array index. The same array index would go to here. I think this looks very much tedious, but it works at the end. So make sure you attached this index to here. So you can see this array index is the index of this for loop. So we have done this part. Let me just see this real quick. So for the removing inventory, yes, that's what we are doing. And for the add back, now if this inventory is going to be false, then we want to add that back to our removed items, right? So how do you gonna do that? Just add a for loop, and for each loop we want to do is spawn an actor. After spawning, make a transform of 0 0 0 because we're gonna destroy it at the end. So make a transform 0 because we don't want to use it anywhere. This is why I have set it scale to 0. After that, get the item structure. Yes, and we want to add this to our inventory. So grab your inventory and get the inventory. Not this one, we want to add this. Yes, so add to inventory. Yes, the function we have made in previous lecture. and the inventory added would be split this out. So the quantity would be 1 and the item structure would be this. After this we want to check if it's true or not. To hit branch, if it's true then we want to destroy this item, so just grab and destroy. So hit compile. So yes, we have done all the things we needed. Make sure to double click to make a clean code here. Hit compile. So we have done this thing. Now for the inventory actions. So for the inventory actions, let me just see a real quick. Yes. So for the combining, whenever we click on our combine button, we want to do the combining part. So whenever we click on combining, all the combination of our combination item should be visible. The opacity would be 1. So how are you gonna do that? So grab the slot structure and split it out, and split it out again, right? Yep. For that we want to get the keys. So all the keys of this would be set it to opacity of 1, right? So add a for each loop. Don't worry, this iteration won't much go long, because the iteration would be maximum 10, not much. So don't worry about that. Yes. Then what we want to do, we want to set this array. So we want to check if our item is present in our inventory or not. So how are you gonna do? So if you remembered, we have created this player third person reference. From that get the inventory component. From that get the inventory. So this is our inventory. So for each loop, and attach it to this for each loop nested events. So we are adding this for loop, and inside that we have added another for loop, but don't worry, because the iteration would go much more. Split it out this one again, split it out. Then what we want to do, we want to check if this and the class of this item is same or not. If it's same, then we want to also check if it's not equal to null. So if it's not equal to null, if it's both true, then we want to do the further part. Yes. So if it's true that yes, we have the combination events in our inventory. So if it's true, then we want to do the further part. Yes. And for that, what we want to do, just grab a player reference. From that get the inventory component and get that inventory UI. The inventory UI we have created. From that UI, grab that grid panel. Yes. And get all the childrens. We note that all the childrens of this grid panel would be the slots, inventory slots. So we just want to do is for each loop, and we want to cast to our slot. So just cast to our slot. Yes, if it's true, if we cast it to a slot, then what we want to do? We want to set in combine. Wait. Yep. But before casting, we want to check if this index is equal to the index we have setted or not, the for the inventory item, right? So this array index, this one would go to here. So if it's true, then and then we want to cast. We want to set the in combine to true, the combine mode to true. We want to set the combination, the combined item, to the class of the slot. So grab the slot and split out again, and get this class and attach it to here. We also want to set is active to true. Yes, because every single thing we want to add to true. And after that, what we want to do, we want to update the opacity. So opacity, update the opacity. So I think this is all things we have done. Yes, just let me see that mixing part. Yes, we have did some mistake in here. We have checked if it's equal to null, but we have want to check if it's not null. So make sure it is not equal to null, not equal to equal, it's not equal to. So we have done all this thing. Now again, yes, we want to make that refresh, the refresh button. So for now I just want to do the refreshing, so I just want to remove this. So get your inventory, toggle. So we want to toggle that inventory off, then again we want to toggle that inventory off. The right now I'm just doing it for fast purpose. So yep, so let's check it out. So we have one scope, we have one water, we have one scope, one water. If you click and combine, so right now it is on combine mode, and now if you click on this, this should be combined. Okay, so it is not removing this item. Okay, so we have done a mistake. First mistake is this: on your event graph, when you click on this combine, make sure you remove from parent this one. So hit compile, save, minimize that. So we have one water, one scope. So you can see we have this water and this to mix and make an herb. So if you click on this and hit combine, this would be gone, and we are now on combine mode. So now if you click on this, this would make a herb inside here. So if you click on this, you can see a herb is made, but this is not gone. So it's just a removing part is bugging. Let's me just see a real quick the removing part. So yep, rather than doing this, we cannot attach it to here. So yep, I'm just gonna recreate this all. So just delete all this thing from here. Now for the inventory, just hit a for each loop and attach it to here. The array element, just break it out because we gonna need this array index. So just break out, and you can break it out again from here. So split out, so split it. First we want to check if this is not equal to null. So it's not equal to null. Double click to add a reroute node so it looks much more clean. And this item is equal to the item of this array index. If it's both true, then we want to do the part. If it's both true, then we want to check. What we want to check, if our quantity is less than 0 or not. Yep. Not first, we want to remove it and then we want to check. So get your quantity and hit a -1 and attach it to here, and then we want to check if it's less than 0 or not. If it's true, hit branch. If it's less than 0, then we want to set it to 0, right? So get your inventory from your inventory array. So if it's less than 0, then we want to set it to empty slot. So set array element to empty slot. Otherwise set it to minus. Yep. So if this is true, then split out this screen. The item structure will go to here, your item structure. So where was that item structure? Just break out the item structure. Okay. Yep. Not here, because if it's true, the item structure will go to here, split out, and the item structure will go to here. If it falls, then the quantity would be -1 quantity, and the index would be your array index, where it was this index, the for loop index, and attach it to false part. And if it's true, then the index would be your array index. Hit compile and save, and this should work fine now. So we have added one water, also a cone. So if you hit combine, we are now in combination mode. If you click, yes, we have added the herb, right? If you tab, then it's gone. Yeah, so we have done this part, the item combinations. It's saved. Let me show you again. So we have one water, we have one scope, let's say we have one scope. So now we have two scopes. The scopes are not stackable, this is why it's added 1. Now if you click on this, you can see we can combine it. Now all the combination part would be go active. Now if you click on this again, the combination would go again false. So if you now click on this, yes, this is happening a mistake. Okay, so the problem was in this for each loop. We are iterating it with every item, but we don't want to do that. We want to iterate it, and once we're done, we want to just break it. It's a simple fix. Just search for each loop with break instead of for each, because we want to break it. Holding down the control key, if you click on this, you can just swap this value. So holding down the control key. Yes, we have added this. We don't need it. Just Alt to delete it. Right click, just holding down this one and attach it to here. Same with this, attach it to here, and same with this and attach it to here, holding down this Alt control key. So we have done this thing. When the break should be called, so attach the break to after removing this, right? Just double click to make it a clean code. I know it is not looking so clean, but make sure you do that. So make sure you break after doing this iteration. Also, after doing this one, we also want to break it. So attach it to here. You also can attach it to your break. It's up to you. Now it's gonna work fine. Hit play. Finally, hopefully it works. So yeah. So one water and one scope would be needed. So one scope should be left, right? So if you click on this, hit combine, and if you click on this, one would be added and one scope is left. Now if you tab and hit again, you can see. Let's check for two waters. So let's make two water. So we have one water, and so we have two water, one scope, two scope, but on the two slots. So if you click and hit combine, and if you click on this, there is one water, one herb, and one scope. So yeah, we have work this all fine. So it's hopefully it's working fine now. This is the hardest thing I have done in my inventory system, the combination part. So thank you so much guys for watching, and bye bye.